Hi guys, welcome to our channel, The Mechanics of Making Money. Today we're going to delve into a fascinating tale of entrepreneurial genius. We're talking about Steve Jobs, the iconic visionary. But here's a twist. It wasn't Apple that made him a billionaire. Piqued your curiosity, didn't we? We'll explore the lesser-known company that truly catapulted Jobs into the realm of billionaires. Intrigued? Buckle up as we unravel the surprising story of Steve Jobs' billionaire status. Our story begins in the 70s with a young Steve Jobs co-founding a tech startup called Apple Inc. This wasn't just any tech startup, it was a company driven by an ambitious vision to redefine personal computing. Jobs was not just a businessman, he was a visionary. He saw the potential of what technology could do and envisioned a world where computers would be as commonplace as televisions in every household. Jobs' journey at Apple, however, was not always smooth sailing. Despite being one of the co-founders, he was eventually fired from the very company he helped create. This was a turning point in his life, a moment of adversity that could have ended his career. But did it? Absolutely not. Jobs was not a man to be easily defeated. He was a fighter, a dreamer, and above all, a relentless innovator. But Jobs' journey didn't stop there. Far from it. After leaving Apple, Jobs founded another company, Next Inc. Now, this wasn't just your regular tech startup. Jobs envisioned Next as the future of higher education and research. He poured his heart, soul, and a good chunk of his fortune into this venture. Yet the road to success was anything but smooth. Next started with a bang, unveiling a futuristic-looking computer with a price tag to match. But despite its innovative features, the Next computer was a commercial disappointment. The high price drove potential customers away, and the company struggled to find its footing. Jobs, however, was not one to back down from a challenge. He pivoted next towards software, developing the pioneering Next Step operating system. This was a game changer, folks. It was used by researchers, academics, and even spawned the creation of the World Wide Web. Despite this success, Jobs was still not a billionaire. Next was making waves in the tech industry, but it wasn't quite the money-making machine that Jobs had envisioned. His fortune was substantial, sure, but it was a far cry from the 10-figure sum that defines a billionaire. Now you might be wondering, where's this unlikely turn of events? Well, hold on to your seats, because here it comes. Despite its struggles and transformations, Next had something that Apple desperately needed. A solid, innovative operating system. And who better to bring it into the Apple family than the prodigal son himself, Steve Jobs? And then, in a twist of fate, Apple came knocking on Jobs' door once again. But this wasn't just a friendly visit. No. Apple was on the brink of bankruptcy, and they needed Jobs' help. They needed Next. So, there you have it. The unlikely turn of events that set Jobs on the path to becoming a billionaire. And remember, like Jobs, you too can turn setbacks into opportunities. Stay tuned to find out how this story unfolds in the next scene. In 1997, Apple decided to buy Next, and Jobs returned to Apple. Now, this is where things get really interesting. After a series of struggles and disappointments, Jobs found himself back at the helm of the very company he co-founded, and that too, in the most unexpected manner. A bit of context here. Next was the company Jobs founded after his departure from Apple in 1985. It was a computer platform development company that specialized in the higher education and business markets. Not a runaway success by any measure, but it did have one thing going for it. An operating system that was miles ahead of anything else on the market. Apple, on the other hand, was struggling. They were losing money fast, and their operating systems were outdated. They needed something new, something revolutionary to turn things around. And that's when they set their sights on Next. Apple decided to buy Next for $427 million, and as part of the deal, Jobs returned to Apple. He initially served as an advisor, but it wasn't long before he became the interim CEO and eventually the permanent CEO. But here's the billion-dollar twist. Jobs didn't become a billionaire from his salary at Apple. No, it was the shares he received from the Next deal that skyrocketed his net worth. When Apple went public, Jobs held 14% of the company's stock. As Apple's stock price soared, so did Jobs' wealth. So, it's fair to say that his billionaire status was more a product of his owning a significant part of a highly successful company, rather than drawing a hefty salary. In a twist of fate, it was Jobs' return to Apple and the subsequent success of the company that turned him into one of the most famous billionaires of our time. That's right, it was actually Next, not Apple, that made Steve Jobs a billionaire. So, what can we learn from Steve Jobs' journey? Well, let's take a moment to recap. Steve Jobs, synonymous with Apple, actually made his fortune elsewhere. It was a surprising twist of fate. A company he initially had little interest in, Pixar, that catapulted him into the Billionaires Club. The first lesson here is perseverance. Despite the trials and tribulations he faced, Jobs kept moving forward. His unwavering dedication, even in the face of adversity, is a testament to his resilience. It's a reminder to us all that success is often found on the other side of struggle. Next, let's talk about innovation. Steve Jobs was a visionary. He saw potential in Pixar when others did not. He took a risk, backed an unproven technology, and it paid off in a big way. This teaches us the value of thinking outside the box and embracing new ideas. Finally, strategic decision-making played a crucial role in Jobs' journey. He knew when to step back, when to push forward, and when to pivot. It's a skill that's invaluable in the entrepreneurial world. To apply these lessons, let's remember to stay resilient in the face of challenges, embrace innovation, and make strategic decisions. It's not about copying Jobs' path, but adopting his mindset. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay safe out there.